Are you Team Jack the Clown or are you Team Dr. Oddfellow? Halloween Horror Nights hit us with some major news over the past weekend, and that is that Jack the Clown is returning this year alongside Dr. Oddfellow as our icons this year. Having them back together is massive, and for those who might not know the lore, might think that they're working together, but that cannot be further from the truth. To better understand this, if you don't know, let me go over some of the backstory. Years ago, Dr. Oddfellow owned a carnival called Dr. Oddfellow's Carnival of Thrills. Now, Jack Schmidt, better known as Jack the Clown, was a star performer in this carnival, but he was also a longtime serial killer. Several small children had fallen victim to Jack the Clown in the southern states, and he was beginning to think that the FBI was onto him. So who did he go to for help? His own boss, Dr. Oddfellow. Now, at this time, Dr. Oddfellow was also wanted by the police for the accidental death of several patrons who were attending a carnival that he owned in the past. Fearing the worst, Dr. Oddfellow tricked Jack into showing him where the bodies were, and whenever he did, Dr. Oddfellow Jack the Clown and hid him and the other bodies within the House of Horrors of his carnival. Unbeknownst to Dr. Oddfellow, the box that he had hid Jack's body in absorbed the carnival's dark magic. This made the box a miniature portal to the Oddverse, Dr. Oddfellow's own interdimensional realm type thing. During their struggle before Oddfellow offed Jack, Dr. Oddfellow had shed a little bit of blood onto Jack. So that blood, mixing with the dark magic of the Oddverse, created some sort of transformation within Jack, leading him to be resurrected. Why is Dr. Oddfellow's blood so special, and why is it a key component in Jack the Clown's resurrection? Well, that's because Dr. Oddfellow has the Cane of Souls. The Cane of Souls is a source of power for Dr. Oddfellow, granting him immortality via the souls of the Cane's victims that it absorbs. And this power mixed with the power of the Oddverse is what made Jack the Clown become undead and resurrect. Now, very quickly, a couple years ago when Dr. Oddfellow was the icon for Halloween Horror Nights, we got to dive more into this backstory about Dr. Oddfellow finding the Cane of Souls and granting himself immortality. And if you'd like to know more about the whole story on that, let me know in the comments and we'll have a video about that as well. In 2000, Universal brought all the old props from the House of Horrors, and a Universal employee wanted to test the validity of the legend of Jack the Clown and accidentally unleashed him from that box. Soon after, Jack was caught and committed to Shady Brook Sanitarium. But of course, as you probably guessed, Jack escaped. After he escaped, he decided to try to track down Dr. Oddfellow to take revenge on Dr. Oddfellow having him killed. Now, during the year that Dr. Oddfellow was the icon, there was a house that told the story of Jack the Clown finding him, killing him, and taking the Cane of Souls. That all happened back in 2007, and Dr. Oddfellow's soul was sent to another dimension for 16 years. Now, sure enough, Dr. Oddfellow came back in 2023 and became the icon for that year's Halloween Horror Nights, and that's where we find out his origin story, and that's where we have the house that shows him being killed by Jack the Clown. Jack the Clown was recontained inside of his cursed box, and Dr. Oddfellow offered immortality for anybody who followed in his footsteps. And that was the theme for that year's Halloween Horror Nights. So this year, Jack the Clown is coming back along with Dr. Oddfellow, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot more of a look inside of their past and what led up to all of this in a more clearer light. Hopefully I did a fair enough job in trying to fill you in, but it's all kind of convoluted. Hopefully that explains that Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow are definitely not working together. So I would have to say that I personally kind of like Dr. Oddfellow a little bit more, even though Jack the Clown is more iconic. But that begs the question, and the question being,